This is in no way a platform to disrespect the dead or anyone who was hurt by the actions of this night. My prayers and sympathy goes out to both families. I don't make light of what happened, but sometimes you gotta laugh to keep from crying. So many bad things happen in this world, so my prayers go out to the victims and their families. Let's go. A mother and son love. Ain't nothing so much more beautiful. I always love my mama. You know it. But I'm going to approach this respectfully as I can. But sometimes you got to get a little bit grimy to get down to the bottom of things. Now, this just came across my news feed, meaning my wife just told me, because I ain't nowhere near professional. So, I need to just cut it out, y'all. So, but anyway, this story came out of Chicago about a woman who was attacked by a man and her son shoots her attacker dead. So, when I heard this, I immediately, that's hood, y'all, put things together, formulated in my mind about a man beating on a woman, son wasn't buying it, shot his mother's attacker. Yeah, justice. But there's always a black version of the story and a white version of the story. So, but anyway, I'm going to give you the white version. Chicago mom orders teenage son to shoot a man. That's it. That's the version. No mention of her being attacked. This is the headline. But if the little boy were white, he would be a hero who saved his mom. But a black teen? Now let's make him out to be a hitman. A thug without a purpose. Yeah, that'll get him on our side. What happened to self-defense? Stand your ground. Remember that? We got a 35-year-old Chicago woman, Carlisha Hood, going to pick up her order at a Maxwell Street Express outlet on the south side of Chicago. Now, I love Chicago. I got family there, but the south side ain't nowhere you can have a picnic at. And this restaurant is called an outlet. Come eat at the outlet. Do that sound enticing? But I looked online at the food. Man, it looked good. Anyway, it was nighttime, and evidently her boyfriend or husband couldn't go with her, so she brings along her 14-year-old son. I couldn't find his name, but I found his picture online, which is weird because they usually don't identify minors. I wonder why this was so different. Anyway, the fact that her son came along with her makes sense because women don't have no business being by themselves at night. They need protectors. Get that word? I don't even allow my wife to be by herself at night or stopping to pump gas because it's so cold in the D. And I'm from Detroit, and Chicago and Detroit got similar patterns. But anyway, while in the restaurant, Carlita Hood has an altercation with 32-year-old Jeremy Brown. Don't know what got it popping, but whatever it was, my God, my God. There is footage. I won't show the whole footage because I don't want to get censored. But right now, let me finish the story. Her son was in the vehicle. The altercation turned physical when Brown began punching Hood in the head at least 3 times. As this was happening, her 14-year-old son entered the restaurant, pulled a handgun from his pocket, and shot Jeremy Brown in the back. It was alleged that Hood yelled at her son to kill Brown, and the teen went after him, firing additional shots. Brown was struck twice and ultimately died. It was alleged that after the shooting, when he shot Brown, Hood instructed him to shoot a woman who was laughing during the altercation, but he refused. And Hood allegedly tried to pry the gun away from her son, but he pushed her away. They got back into the vehicle and drove home, but eventually turned themselves in. But wait a minute, the plot thickens. They say Hood called him in to kill Brown during the altercation. Wait a minute. You gotta show me some evidence. Cell phone records, text, video footage, because I ain't see no cell phone in her hand, and it seemed like the altercation went too quick for her to even grab or text something. See, this sounds like a railroad campaign to me, but I'm going to play devil's advocate. Ladies, stop challenging men, bucking up to them like you're another man. Equality can only get you so far. Because just like that man to beat another man, he can equally whoop your you know what. See, there are men out here that are so emotional they will kill you. You hear me? And they don't care if you're a woman or not. I'm not saying I agree with what Brown did to her. He shouldn't have punched a woman, especially if it was only during an argument. But the minute mom chose to engage in an altercation, it put things in motion where her son had to react. If she just got her food, ignored him, another way. Because he already showed you what he was about. He was about that action. If you would have just grabbed your food, you would have been Gucci. But nah, the pushback from women to be, you don't let no nigga talk to you like that. My mama ain't let my daddy talk to me like that. Girl, please, stop it. You know how many times I had to take the high road and walk away because I'm smart enough to recognize that there are dramas in this world that's designed to rob you of your peaceful atmosphere? Cook County Judge Barbara Dawkins noted Brown did punch Hood, but that he was killed as he tried to escape from the restaurant. The threat at that point was over when Brown attempted to flee the restaurant. I don't think this judge understands hood ethics. You shoot someone, they leave, still moving. Arnold Schwarzenegger pops in our head. I'll be back. And if they get to their car, they might grab the gun and come back. That just don't make no sense. I'm not justifying the teen's actions, but I can imagine anger, fear, and anxiety running through his mind. This young man wasn't a thug. He just graduated. I don't know a lot of thugs who take school serious unless they coming in to rob and shoot the place up. But this teen was put in a situation where he was protecting his mom. Ladies, everything ain't worth arguing about. Secondly, why didn't mom bring the gun inside with her, but left it where a 14-year-old could access it? I would have had my gun on me like Spice One, rolling with my doggone gat on the side of me. You know why? Just in case I want to make it home tonight. Because in the hood, you got a lot of things that can go wrong. Would have been a different scenario if the guy would have saw you with that thing drawn on him talking about, you don't want no problem with me. Then again, who knows? I hope there's no truth to you ordering your son to shoot a woman for laughing and that your son had to push you away. This can't be life. I got one more thing. I wasn't going to address this, but what the hell? It's probably useless because if this man was willing to beat a woman he didn't know for running her mouth, this man got a problem. This man is the illegitimate son of Ike Turner. Eat your cake, anime. Men, stop engaging women who like to argue. That's a recipe for destruction. I don't know what this argument was about. I hope we find out. But words and actions led to someone being killed, someone being assaulted, 2 people in jail, and who wins? No one. Oh, you gonna learn today. This mother and child are now facing first-degree murder. Sad. Hood is due back in court for a hearing July 12th. Man, this could have been avoided. Some things just ain't worth it. You went from getting a corned beef to criminal. Now your food cold. I wonder did they get a refund? And who ate the food? Let me stop. Not funny. I pray this situation would only be a lesson for the teen and the mother to make better decisions and learn how to de-escalate problems when they happen. Once again, this your boy. Check out the footage. We up out of here. Peace.
Get your food! Who? Get in the car? Who? Nay. Get your food! Get your food! If you say one more thing, I'm gonna knock you out. Oh my grandma, say one more thing, I'm gonna knock you out.